Kyle. How much time do we have? Just
Let's
kidding.
go into it.
This is my
This
favorite
is what I
topic
love to
right
talk about.
now. No, I think there is this weird feeling in the book space right now of where people are like, I don't like a book influencer. Like that's weird. And they don't like that influencer word. I'm not saying I do either. I'm just saying that's the word that's used. That's the common word. That's what we're stuck with for this point in time. But people hear like book influencer and they're like, oh, like they're not authentic for some reason, or they're not doing it because they love books. And when you look at the content that these creators are making, they've been doing it for years. They read and consume just as much books as I do, maybe more, like that's a lot of free labor. And so I've been kind of battling it out on book threads recently about this topic. I'm actually going to pull up this. It's like probably one of my most popular threads on there. So I broke it down to kind of help people understand how much work goes into a book, because I think people just don't take that step back and think about it. So the argument is often, if you love books, you shouldn't post about them. That's like the sentence that gets you. But if you think about it, on average, time spent reading a book is 5 to 15 hours. Time crafting the concept for your content, like whatever you're planning on making, maybe 30 minutes. Time spent creating that content, maybe an hour. Posting, writing the captions, maybe you're adding disclosures, an appropriate hashtag, another 30 minutes. Now, if you're cross promoting to other platforms to try get those eyes over, another 30 minutes. And then if you're really in the book space, you're also going to spend time writing a thoughtful review and cross-posting your review, which would take about another hour. And I actually underestimated all these numbers. Like usually it takes me longer for all of these, but that totals up to about 16 hours per book. So if a publisher is, making a book on their end for costs of maybe, a couple dollars, I don't know, I'm making that number up, but it is very low. Is 16 hours of my time worth about a $3 trade? No, I don't think so. And I also don't think so, especially when you multiply that times 120 books per year. That is way more than a full-time job. And I think at this point, I've proven that I love books. Therefore, my big conclusion to all of this is most of the work I'm still going to do is for free because I do love books. I'm still going to read and consume the types of things I want. But I want there to be a little bit more grace when people see creators making sponsored or ad content, because it takes a lot to keep this train going. Like it is expensive to keep reading, and time is money, unfortunately. If you are spending time creating all this content, you're taking away from other things that could be earning you actual money. So if we want these creators to create more content for us and to keep that train moving and to grow and maybe buy better equipment and branch into YouTube or start a podcast and like get better, we need to financially support them. And we don't support each other. Like we're not paying each other's bills. And these publishers have marketing budgets. Therefore, I think, it's okay to allocate some of those money, like the money in that budget sometimes. I'm not even saying every book should be paid, but there is a caveat, of course, like only take the sponsorships and brand deals that like fit with your brand already. Like I have turned down a lot of things because they're like, they don't fit with me. I'm not going to advertise a pillow that you sleep with because I post about books, like I'm going to find other book clubs or other reader spaces, or, I post with travel with books. So if it's a hotel, like, all right, I'm going to post about me reading in the hotel. Like that can work, but you have to be strategic also.